Hi and welcome to my channel. With me today I have a video of this lady who's trying to find faults in any celebrity that seems to be supporting Palestine. Now the other day she was calling out Drake for being a Jew and yet calling for a ceasefire. This time around it's another celebrity by the name of Angelina Jolie. According to her, she feels Angelina Jolie is accusing Israel of war crime. Well, this was after Israel carried out a massive airstrike on a Gazan refugee camp and the celebrity posted about it on her Instagram. Here's the clip.
Angelina Jolie just accused Israel of war crimes because Israel just carried out a massive airstrike on the Gazan refugee camp called Jabalia. Fun fact, Ilhan Omar said the exact same thing. First of all, Miss Jolie, Jabalia was a refugee camp. In 1948, they have not let in one refugee in 70 years. Jabalia is now a massive Hamas stronghold. Let's read Wikipedia together. The first Intifada, where over 200 Israelis were murdered, in December 1987 began in Jabalia. The camp has been the scene of much violence in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It is also considered a major stronghold of the Hamas movement. Let's look at the picture that you shared on social media. You see those two craters? Everyone is calling them sinkholes. Those are not sinkholes. Those are Hamas terror tunnels because Hamas operates out of Jabal. Also, Angelina, Gazan civilians were given 23 days to leave the area. The IDF told them in Arabic where to go, when, and how, but Hamas won't let them leave because they need innocent Palestinians to die to gain the favor of the world. Look at these headlines. Hamas preventing Gaza residents from fleeing to safety. Hamas said themselves they need the... Last but not least, laughably, comically, you said that the Gazan civilians have nowhere to go. Okay, let's look at the map. There are several massive Muslim countries all around Israel that could take in the Gazan civilians while Israel takes care of the Hamas terror problem. There's Egypt, there's Lebanon, there's Jordan, there's Syria, there's Iraq, there's Saudi Arabia, there's Turkey. They don't care about Palestinian civilians, so they don't want them. I'm sure that you agree that Hamas is an organization. Why are you not pressing Muslim countries around Israel to take in the Gazan civilians? You are an actress, not a Middle East expert. If you don't know the facts, don't share false information with millions of people. Thank you.
Guys, does this mean that celebrities shouldn't or at no cost should they support who they feel like supporting? Because it's like any celebrity who's against is being called out for it. Like, why is the support have to be imposed or dictated to them? I'm just wondering, but come with me as we check out these teachers and get a highlight of people's take on this issue. Here are the teachers.
Shit, man, I thought this lady's account disappeared and she pops up. But the audacity has reached another level. She is out here trying to call out Angelina Jolie because Angelina Jolie made a public statement accusing Israel of war crimes. And then she cited the refugee camp. That was bombed. Why are Palestinians living in a refugee camp? Why are the indigenous people of that land in Palestine living in a refugee camp? And it's because of people like you. The American Jewish people and the European Jewish people that are being brought over to steal Palestinian land and homes. And then when we accuse you of anything, it's wrong and it's anti-Semitic.
I'm not sorry. She's giving very much the type of person that would say black people need to get over slavery. Concentration camps. Let's be real. There were concentration camps. Do I have to keep bringing up the Israeli interviews where they were bragging while laughing and smiling about killing mercilessly for no fucking reason and laughing about it? These are old men who've had plenty of times to repent for their sins, and yet they still find it humorous. I gotta say, it's not a fucking flex to save one group of people from genocide so they can exert it on another. I said what the fuck I said.
Why are you not pressing Muslim countries around Israel to take in the Gazan civilians?
What about you go back to Florida? I keep seeing videos and comments of people like you saying, why not other nations take them? Why don't they go to Egypt or go to Jordan? And the first question popped to my mind is, why? Why would they leave? Why would they leave their homes and their lands and their country? This is their country. This is their land and homes. Why would they leave? Just because you want this? Just because you say it? I mean, who are you? Who are you?
No, I've never heard of the woman, and glad that you brought her to the forefront, because people like that who are just openly racist, blatantly racist, why would you want to deal with them? And for her to attack that woman for her own constitutional right, let me tell you, what's your name, Lauren? I stand for Palestine. So what you gonna do about that, huh? Because you don't frighten me, little girl, little petty ass. See, I can be petty. I can be very, very petty. So let's go for it. Come approach me. I have many flags, okay? Holla.
Hamas said themselves they need.
I'm beginning to think that like a lot of Zionists believe that we do not have the internet, because the way that they're lashing out when nobody takes them seriously, in their hearts they believe that they are the sole source of information, right? What they say is a fact and that everyone needs to just nod along, because they're so used to that. I'm not talking about her, but just all the way to the top officials. They're so used to that on the mainstream media, right? They just say whatever the hell they want and the mainstream media kind of just like nods along. But they're not used to like social media pushing back against their propaganda. Like, I think they think that we see what is happening to the Palestinian people. Like, we can see what is happening to the Palestinian people. Whatever you say does not just change that fact. You're talking about Hamas tunnels in the ground. We saw what that airstrike did to that refugee camp. You could talk about Hamas tunnels, it doesn't matter. We see the effects of the things, okay? I don't know what they don't understand. It's driving them crazy. It's like, we see what your bombings have been doing to the Palestinian people for generations. I know you guys think that everything started on October 7th, but we see documented history dating back to 1948, okay? And the displacement and the occupation of the Palestinian people. We see, I have to remind them every fucking day. We can see, okay? You guys come on this internet and just spew whatever the hell you want to spew and think that that's like something that we're supposed to just all nod along with you, but it's not working, okay? Your country is the genocidal terrorist organization. Nothing you say will change that. We see what your government is doing and how complicit you are.
Hollywood actress and humanitarian Angelina Jolie, also a long-standing special envoy for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, voiced strong criticism of Israel for its military actions in Gaza. Now, her comments particularly highlighting the human toll and calling Gaza an open-air prison for nearly 2 decades signal an increasing frustration of people, including artists and celebrities, with the ongoing horrendous siege of Gaza. Now, in a statement posted on Instagram, Jolie condemned what she described as the deliberate be of a trapped population in the densely populated Palestinian enclave, fearing it was becoming a mass grave. Now, she accused global leaders of complicity in these crimes for their silence and demanded a humanitarian ceasefire. This follows the Israel Army's massive siege of Jabalia refugee camp, causing significant casualties and displacement of up to 1,000 Palestinians. Now, nearly 250 celebrities, Ben Affleck, Gigi Hadid, Jessica Chastain, and Drake, as part of Artists for Ceasefire, signed a letter to President Biden calling for a ceasefire in the Israel's carpet B of Gaza. Now, the letter emphasizes the group's united stance as artists and advocates deeply affected by the loss of lives in both Israel and Palestine. Now, highlighting the dire humanitarian situation in Gaza, the letter stresses the U.S. government's crucial diplomatic role in ending the suffering and upholding compassion and international law. Now, the group, which includes several Oscar awards and Grammy winners, articulates a strong desire to prevent further bloodshed and vows not to remain silent in the ongoing crisis. American actress and singer Zendaya took to her official Instagram account to show solidarity with the Palestinians in Gaza. Now, Jolie's open criticism of Israel aligns her with other celebrities who have previously faced serious professional and personal consequences for similar positions. Roger Waters, the Pink Floyd co-founder, recognized for his staunch criticism of Israeli policies and his support for the BDS movement, has faced numerous efforts to discredit him and harm his career due to his views. Now, the Israeli government sees me as an existential regime, and they've done everything that they can think of to discredit me and try to destroy my career, and if possible destroy my family. Now, Waters said in a video released online, Waters continued to say the whole story for me didn't start till 2006 when I went to Palestine. I saw apartheid in action. I saw them, and it's inconsolable the way they treat Palestinians and unalive them. They just openly unalive them. They pew them all the time and they beat them. So I've been doing everything that I possibly can to expose that beat, and I will continue to do so. Taking stands in support of Palestinian human rights could specifically have grave consequences for celebrities or artists working in Hollywood due to considerable ownership of and control of the film industry by Jewish-owned companies and organizations often supportive of Israel. Now, still on the same, Marlon Brando, one of the greatest actors and supporter of indigenous people, faced backlash not for comments about Palestine or Zionism, but rather for his 1996 interview on Larry King Live, where he made statements about Hollywood being run by Jews. Then these comments were widely criticized as being anti-Semitic. Now, Brando was forced to apologize, and his career effectively ended, and he moved out of the US. Other celebrities such as Mark Ruffalo, Bella Hadid, and Rihanna have faced varying degrees of backlash for their comments or actions perceived as critical of Israel or supportive of Palestine. Now, Jolie's status as high-profile celebrity and UN envoy might offer her some shield against the full brunt of such backlash. But history shows that even the most celebrated figures are not immune to public and industry seizure for their political stances. Now, her critique of the actions in Gaza and the consequent loss of civilian lives, especially children, adds her voice to a contentious global discourse. What are your thoughts on this? Share what you think about this video in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and see you in my next video.